Mr. Wright, how
Yes,
are
how are
you?
you? I'm
Pretty
good. How are
good.
you?
Pretty good in itself. I'm honored to talk to you about this phenomenal project and your phenomenal story. I wanted to start by asking you. You had to face and fight the correctional system from the inside. What were the major obstacles or challenges that you had to face while in prison?
The single most difficult obstacle that I had to face is uh, making sure that they didn't see me coming. You know, when you're already locked up, you've been convicted and you've been sentenced. They have you now, and the issue of trying to get out, is really a question of whether or not they're going to show mercy. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. You can put in all the legal arguments in the world that you want, but the law is set up in such a way is that there's also an alternative argument to keep you in prison. And so one of the things that I had to do in moving forward, and I understood, is that my approach had to been strategized in such a way that they never understood what it was that I was doing. And that was the most difficult thing to do. I ultimately learned how to do it very, very well, but that was my most difficult challenge.
Interesting. Thank you for that. So then how was that transition from being in prison, from being a convict to a law practitioner or law enforcer, then to a philanthropist, and now a TV executive producer? Uh, what can you tell me about that? It's an incredible and
The way
amazing
you said
evolution.
that, yeah, the way you said that even scared me.
Oh, really?
But it was a, but it was, it's a situation where you see, just you find yourself in a huge open field, and all around you are fires. I mean, this is the way you have to look at it. There's fires all around you.
Mhm.
And so once you put out one fire, you look back, there's another fire. And what you described is a person that has been moving from one fire to the next. And that's basically the best way that I can describe it, is that when I was released,
Excellent.
I went out to a field of fires, and I commenced to begin to put them out, and I'm still doing it. And as far as I can see, I still see fires that need to be put out.
Excellent. Thank you for that. So then let's talk about the series for a minute. How was the process of balancing out how much of your story you wanted to tell in the series, but at the same time letting the studio have creative freedoms to take your story to another level, to another place?
Well, one of the things that was very, very instrumental with me is my first meeting with Hank Steinberg, who's the writer, an incredible writer. He did an amazing job. I spent 2 days with Hank. 2 full days I spent with him. One full day at his home, and another full day, out in the field, moving around and talking about the show. And one of the things he did for me is that he made me understand the importance of creativity. Uh, the underdrop, the backbone to that creativity is the fact that what I wanted and what he's given is I wanted my story to be everybody's story. And so without him having that creative freedom, he wouldn't have been able to do that. And that's really the genius in Hank, that he allowed me to understand and to be open about his creative freedom, so that my story can actually be everybody's story.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you. So one last question. I understand that you will be running for major, New York City major. So how do you get that interest in politics when it was precisely the political bureaucracy that imprisoned you?
I was under the knife of the political system, and now I'm becoming a part of it. But you have to, one of the things that when you look at that, you got to look at one reality. Um, that's the same thing I did in the criminal justice system. I was a
Okay,
victim of that system. Now, as a lawyer, I'm an officer of the court. So I'm a part of that system, but I'm a better part of the system. I am able
excellent.
to make changes from within as a licensed attorney. It's the same thing now with the mayor's office. New York City is on its knees at this point. It's in very, very, very bad economic distress, and it has a number of other issues that the next mayor is going to have to tackle. So the next mayor is going to have to be a really, really huge critical thinker. He's going to have to be able to think outside the box to return New York City to its former glory. With my experience and the things that I've done, I'm the man to do that, and that's what the reason why I decided to get into the mayor's race.
Excellent. Thank you very much. My time's up. And then again, congratulations on such a phenomenal story, fascinating story, and such a wonderful series. So thanks again, and stay safe wherever you are.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you,
Take
Isaac.
care.
Thank you very much. Take care.